Hello world, from whichever time zone you're catching me from, my name is MD90. Welcome to my YouTube channel. If you're not subscribed to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button, turn on the bell notification to all so that you do not miss the uploads that come up. And the easiest way for you to navigate the channel is to head to the playlist. You'll find videos curated for you based on your interest. So if you're interested in the Kutika podcast, you'll find a playlist for that. For news and trends, there's a playlist for that. Exclusive with MD90, a bunch of playlists that are created based on your interest. So the easiest way to navigate the channel is head straight to the playlist and you'll find what you're here for. Consider becoming a member of the channel. Right next to the subscribe button is the join button. You click on the join button so that you can become a member of the channel. You support the team on the production and a number of things that we're doing here, and we appreciate it. Well, as the August 13th, 2026 general elections draw closer, opposition unit doesn't look feasible in reality. For a while, a number of opposition leaders were counting on Edgar Shagalungu's endorsement. Now they're still counting on his family's endorsement. Same thing within the Patriotic Front factions. And more revelations keep on popping up with regard to the Tonse Alliance. They still have that court case still pending. And one of the people that has weighed in is KBF. As you may be aware, KBF had joined the Tonse Alliance at some point. I think that was before Edgar Shagalungu passed on last year. And then there was a tussle between Edgar Shagalungu, between KBF's version of the Tonse Alliance with Given Luwinda and Sean Tembo. Then later on, they fell out. Sean Tembo left. KBF also left. Then Brian Mweetwa took it up, and now he's the current leader, at least of one version of the Tonse Alliance. While there's still another version that is led by Given Luwinda that has no leader really, because Given Luwinda is an interim leader that was appointed by Edgar Shagalungu right before he passed on. And now KBF issued a statement and he says, Edgar Shagalungu at the time of his death had fallen out of favor with both Mweetwa and Zumani. Says, Zambia must prosper. Party president and leader Kelvin Fubebwalya has dismissed the election of Mpolokoso member of parliament Brian Mweetwa as chairperson or president of the Tonse Alliance. KBF says the election was highly fraudulent and highly fraudulent process with the electoral college rigged by former State House Special Assistant for Politics, that's Chris Zumanizimba. And then he went further to say, I feel sorry for those who are following Zumanizimba. He has taken them into a ditch. KBF has also charged that the former President Edgar Shagalungu had fallen out of favor with both Brian Mweetwa and Chris Zumanizimba. Yes, in 2021, after the loss of election, Edgar Shagalungu wanted to build the leadership of Brian Mweetwa. But by the time of his death, he had seriously fallen out with Brian Mweetwa. Mweetwa knows what he did. That made Edgar Shagalungu to keep him away from his inner circle. Mweetwa knows I don't want to disclose. So that's according to KBF. He says he had done something right before Edgar Shagalungu's death, and that's why he kept him at bay. KBF has charged that Mweetwa was incapable of winning any election of significance in Zambia. He was a minister of Northern Province. He's a member of parliament in the nearby Mpolokoso constituency, and Kasama is the stronghold of the Patriotic Front. Yet Mweetwa-led campaign failed to scoop the seat. So simply giving that analogy where Shimbakambwili and Given Luwinda won the Chawama seat, what is Mweetwa's team even failed to win the by-election for the mayor in Kasama, which is a PF stronghold. He therefore has no capacity to win the national election against Hakainde Hichilema. He also condemned the action by Mweetwa's breakaway Tonse Alliance. That grouping had betrayed the former president Edgar Shagalungu, who wanted to unite Patriotic Front and united opposition. Chris Zumanizimba was fired by former President Edgar Shagalungu, and none of the people picked by Chris Zumanizimba as Edgar Shagalungu were close to Edgar Shagalungu. The people close to Edgar Shagalungu were Makebi Zulu, Chandakawe, Richard Musukwa, and Given Luwinda. Those are the people that were close to Edgar Shagalungu. That's according to KBF. Every time I met Edgar Shagalungu, he ensured that Zumani was not there. That's KBF. Tonse Alliance had no election yet. I feel sorry for Brand Mundubile. That's KBF. Mundubile held a sham fraudulent election and sadly parades himself as president of the Tonse Alliance. Mundubile cannot win any election nationwide. He doubles down on that point. And then he cannot win any election nationwide. And then also, Mundubile cannot win any election nationwide. Pretty much that's the point coming from KBF. What is Archbishop Alick Banda says, let us not sell one another for a cup of tea. That's Alick Banda of the Archbishop of Lusaka. Says so. Lusaka Archbishop Alick Banda has advised the Catholic Men Organization (CMO) not to do Savannah Wikute in church by selling their friends for the sake of a cup of tea. Speaking to the Congregation of Men annual general meeting, Dr. Banda noted that the Catholic Church will not be used for campaign platform for any politician, no matter their status in society. Emphasizing that the Catholic faithful are mandated to protect one another. Let us be supportive and protect one another but that does not mean selling one another for the sake of a cup of tea. You just embarrass yourself, he said. That's the Archbishop of Lusaka simply saying the church will not be used as a platform for politics, and pretty much let's not sell each other as we head into the election season. What is government rules out refutes international media reports that it has rejected the US health support. So if you remember, it should have been like 48 hours ago, there was news circulating to say, just like Zimbabwe had rejected the US health support, it should be like 350 million US dollars. Zambia had rejected 1 billion US dollars health support because the terms of reference were not favorable to Zambia, to which chief government spokesperson has refuted that claim. So the Zambian government has refuted international media reports that it had rejected 26 billion kwacha health support from the United States. So pretty much that's coming from chief government spokesperson, says the government is still in talks with the USA. What is church not a political platform? Obvious Archbishop of Lusaka warns Catholics against using faith gatherings to campaign for August elections as the elections draw near. What is Mweetwa dismisses Zambia-US rift. So simply saying everything is good with regard to the relationship between Zambia and the US. And any reports stating to say we had rejected that money are not true. Negotiations are still ongoing. That's the official stance of the Zambian government. What is news diggers? We have not rejected US aid, government. We are still in talks with America. So that's pretty much, it's been carried everywhere. Because the news had trended for a while to say, right after Zimbabwe rejected that money, it was also reported that Zambia had done the same. So hence the chief government spokesperson had to issue that statement to clarify things, and that's where the Zambian government stands. What is East Patriotic Front members of parliament in Dosaka in the Ichilema. This was during the Nchwara ceremony, which happened on Saturday, where that endorsement had been publicized. That's where things stand. And pretty much that's the news, ladies and gentlemen. Have a beautiful week ahead.
Original billionaire. Hey. I'm a billionaire. Number ule mfana tingwebe. Seek first the kingdom, less I want above everything. Ichuma chonse chili after me, chinkon kafyai. Cause I'm born again, living life in the overflow. Hey. Blessings overflow, mulichova ni supply. They end up lights in the quarter, no de nyaya. Nothing less I one day levating me higher. Mu struggle leon since the fourth in the fire. Number the fresh, favor and the pounder. Grace so loud ni bombanga musande. Enemies watch, bale fire kulanda. But God is my shield, tebakasha konga kanda. Every step I take, he orders my way. Therefore I be, no I don't need to pretend. Kingdom riches, they never decay. So I put my hope in the one who owns it. I'm a billionaire. Number ule mfana tingwebe. bless all them on neck and them papa wa mumoyo itun shakobe. The man our kingdom destined unbreakable. Every word he spoke over me is unchangeable. Blessings on blessing, nakwena shibuka. Nombandi boss but Christ is the ruler. Enemy traps, awetatinwa buluka. The blood wash me, I'm cooler, I'm super. I'm a billionaire. Number ule mfana tingwebe. Seek first the kingdom, less I want above everything. Issue my chance, chili after me. Chinkonga fye, cause I'm born again. Living life in the overflow.
I was down on the ground, but let's salako. Pick me from the dust, now I shine like a star. The end I both know fear because he's my anchor. When the storm comes strong, he says I'm not far. Mukalamba wine, do you open the